Hello everyone. Let me ask you something. If you had millions in ad budget, your brand was already everywhere and people already knew your name, would you still chase media mentions? Because in reality, the biggest brands in the world are still obsessing over press coverage. And no, it's not just for vanity. Today, I am breaking down why media mentions still matter, what most PR teams get wrong, and how you can actually use this strategy to win. So, let's start with the misconception that most people have. Most people think that media mentions are just about one thing, which is visibility. And when I say visibility, it also means they think PR means to get featured, get seen, and get customers. Sounds logical, but it's incomplete. Because if visibility alone worked, paid ads would outperform PR every time. But as we know, they don't. And that's why brands don't just buy attention, they borrow credibility. And that's the real game. Here's what's actually happening behind the scenes. When a major publication features a brand, they are not just giving exposure, they are transferring trust. Think about it. People don't trust brands, they trust platforms that vet brands. So when you get featured, you are essentially saying, don't trust me and don't trust our brand, but trust them. That's what I call credibility arbitrage. And the best PR teams, they engineer this deliberately. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Big brands don't need awareness. So, why are they still doing PR? There are three reasons. First is narrative control, where if you're not shaping your story, someone else will. Media mentions let brands control how they are perceived, what they are known for, and what conversations they dominate. Because PR isn't just exposure; it's also about positioning the brand. Second is compounding the trust. One feature doesn't matter, but 50. Now you are seeing higher conversion rates, faster sales cycles, stronger brand recall. Because trust stacks, and over time it becomes unfair advantage. Distribution leverage is the next one. And this is, I feel, is something that most people miss. That media isn't just about reach, it's reusable distribution. Because one feature becomes website social proof, sales tech credibility, LinkedIn content, cold outreach leverage. PR teams don't just get mentions, they also amplify them across every channel. Now, let's talk about the mistakes because this is where most teams lose. Mistake number one is chasing logos instead of chasing the outcomes. Getting featured means nothing if it doesn't move perception, support revenue, strengthen positioning. Big brands don't chase press, they chase impact. Mistake number two is one and done mindset. Most teams treat PR like a campaign, but the best teams treat it like a system where consistent inputs gives predictable outputs, and that's how you scale PR. Mistake number three is weak angles. Journalists don't care about your product, they care about trends, contrarian insights, and real stories. If your pitch sounds like marketing, it's getting ignored. So, how to actually use the right tactics to achieve the PR goals? And let's make this actionable. So, if you're in PR, here's how to think differently. First, build quote worthy thinking. Instead of pitching your brand, start creating strong opinions, data backed insights, and contrarian takes because media doesn't quote brands, it quotes the ideas. Second is to tie yourself to bigger conversations. Don't pitch something generic like we launched a new feature. Instead, pitch something like why this shift signals a larger industry change. Zoom out. That's what gets picked up. Third is systemize your PR engine. Top teams, they always track journalist interests, reuse winning angles, and follow up strategically. PR is not about luck, it's about recognizing the pattern. Next one is turn one mention into 10 different assets. Every feature should become your 5 LinkedIn posts, 2 sales proof points, 1 case study, website credibility. And if you're not doing this, you are wasting your PR. And that's something we have already covered in one of our last videos. So you can go check that out as well. So let's talk about the big picture. Something that most people won't tell you is that big brands don't chase media mentions because they need them. They chase them because they understand something that others don't, which is attention gets you seen and credibility gets you chosen. And media, it sits right at the intersection of both. So if you're in PR, marketing, or building a brand, stop thinking of media as exposure and start thinking of it as leverage because the brands that win today aren't the loudest, they are the most trusted. So let me know your thoughts down below, and if you have um, any doubts regarding it, then let us know, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.